we say is, please at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crying in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
The leader of the parliamentary opposition pens a letter to the island's police commissioner, and that letter has been copied to the National Security Minister and Prime Minister, as well as the Home Affairs Minister. We will be sharing the content of that letter with you during the course of the broadcast. Watch your language. That's what a political activist says to our politicians in light of inflammatory statements which have been made by some politicians, also derogatory statements as well. And of course, the Prime Minister says on one occasion, not your business, and then he says on another occasion, don't say that's not your business. All that and more between now and 2 o'clock this afternoon as we continue to host and air the most monitored talk show in the world. It is NewsSpin on our NewsSpin Facebook page. We are also on YouTube and Power 97.9 FM. During the course of the broadcast, Kimani will be going through some of your comments in the chat room, and also I'll be entertaining your calls at 452-2979, 452-2979, your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, and that is 716-2026. We also will be focusing on our food security, because yesterday was observed as World Food Day, and the observance is coming at a critical juncture. And you know why? Let's not get into it right now. Let us hear from an individual who tried to win the Castries Central seat during the last general election and described himself as well as a political activist. And he was also a part of the Ayanola Council for the Advancement of Rastafari. Right, so while we have not heard from Mr. Aaron Alexander, so finally he has broken his silence. What caused him to do that? The intemperate language that is being used by our politicians. Now, it's not something that has been happening of late. It's been going on for a while, those exchanges, heated exchanges. But it has taken on a new flavor, a new tone, one where there is gross disrespect, one where there is not only mauvais langue, but people just set out to belittle one another and mépriser one another, being personal. And somehow we have accepted this. When I say we have accepted this, I'm referring there to on the basis of the silence of citizens in our country who ought to know better. For example, the silence of the church as an institution, the St. Lucia Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture. And I know they're going to say, including my good friend Brian Louisi, might be saying quietly to himself, what does it have to do with the main private sector organization in St. Lucia? Well, a lot of what is happening in terms of the politics, in terms of the misbehavior by our leaders, can affect you in the long run. This can filter to various aspects of life in St. Lucia. And as a result, not that the bottom line is always about the money, but your bottom line can be impacted, and also St. Lucia as a country can be disintegrated. And disunity will reign in our country. And if it has not reached that point, impressionable people, young people, what they will do is to emulate the bad behavior of some of our politicians. And they will be saying to themselves, that's how you settle issues. By disrespecting one another. If it is only disrespect. By insulting one another. And again, I must say, I'm not putting my country down. But those things will never, ever be accepted in some parts of the world. And we don't have to go far. I'm making reference again to Barbados, a sophisticated society. A lot of the things that are happening, a lot of the things that are being said, the bad behavior that is being exhibited by people who ought to know better, people in leadership positions in this country, will not be accepted in Barbados. And most of you know that, including our St. Lucians who live, who work, and who study in that Caribbean territory. We obviously can do better. And those people who are guilty of that bad behavior, they are the ones who are complaining the most. They cry the most. They complain the most that they are being subjected to all kind of verbal abuse, etc. As if you in the audience, as if you don't know better. You are the ones, you are observing ever so often. You are taking note. And you know who are the aggressors in our country. What is wrong is that sometimes people emulate those same actions when they are defending themselves. So you adopt the same practice. And definitely, I think that is what Aaron Alexander is preaching against, and I think is all set with a statement.
I have been very silent since the last general elections because the St. Lucian people spoke with a mighty voice and made themselves abundantly clear that they entrusted our island, St. Lucia, into the hands of the St. Lucia Labour Party and out of the hands of the United Workers' Party. Naturally, the best thing to do is to allow the government to do its work after gaining such a great mandate from the people. So I have kept silent and allowed this to happen. However, there are those who have chosen otherwise, although they would say they respect the voice of the people. I see now some are even engaging in dog whistling to get their supporters all riled up. It seems as though we are heading to now add political violence on top of all the gun violence which we are already experiencing and going through. Our political leaders need to tone things down a few notches. The statements made by Brother Peter Josie were indeed unfortunate and very reckless, to say the least. But the onslaught continues and continued with Brother Spider Leonard Montoot referring to the Prime Minister as a J.A. and even calling the Brother Richard Frederick a dog, a pamper terrier, and a mongrel, only to have the opposition leader, Alan Shastney, continue referring to supporters of the St. Lucia Labour Party as pit bulls and mongrels, which was one of the main reasons why the St. Lucian people voted his party out of office, because of those insults, and he's at it again. On the other hand, Brother Richard Frederick, referring to supporters of the United Workers' Party as jagalags or jackalacks. What is this? What is this? What is that? A new level of politics you all have invented? Come on, Brother Josie and Spider and Shastney and Richard. You all are better than that. Those things will take us nowhere as a nation. I call on all of you to stop this outrageous behavior. Men of integrity you're supposed to be. Remember what Michelle Obama said to us? When they go low, you go high. Remember those things. Even this war of words right now between Brother Richard and Brother Rick Wayne, these are men from time to time. We have a little chat here and there. I know you all are better than that. I would love to see you all declare truce and cease with all this moving along and all this back and forth, all these words throwing at each other. We must remember, if we continue the way in which we seem to be, always at each other's throat politically, then it's just a matter of time before we descend into the abyss of political violence in our country. Remember, our focus should and must always be on collective security for surety. If the government does not work in the interest of the people, then they will feel the wrath of the people when the time comes, the same way the United Workers' Party felt it at the last general elections. Time will tell. Allow the government to do its work. We should not be silent. We must continue to call them out when necessary. But Brother Alan, don't be so full of anger and rage and you saying it clearly, you're angry. It makes you look weak as a leader. You must maintain an inner calm which is so vital for your well-being. Thank you.
Political activist Mr. Aaron Alexander. I would not even venture to identify the culprits of this bad behavior. Because in the main, and I know some of you will disagree with me, in the main, this kind of practice has been one that has emanated mostly from the camp of the St. Lucia Labour Party. And all you have to do is to read certain books, certain articles, and speak with certain political observers in our country, and you will come out with the same result. It is just that the other side, they are no longer willing to turn the other cheek. And that is what has exacerbated the problem right now in St. Lucia with regard to the political atmosphere, heavily charged political atmosphere, the bad blood, and in terms of people going after each other and saying that they're no longer afraid of their political opponents and their supporters. The one thing I agree with Aaron Alexander, that if not checked, this certainly will reach fever pitch, things will get out of control, things will get out of hand, and we will literally destroy our country. We need to restrain ourselves. Stop painting the United Workers' Party as this great enemy and stop painting the SLP as this great enemy. As, one set of evildoers. The SLPs, one set of evildoers. It's only the United Workers' Party that's responsible for our problems in this country. The mounting debt, close to, if not $5 billion, one set of politicians are responsible for this. In totality, the mounting debt. Who can account for this? What are people responsible for this? Our previous finance ministers, all of them, and you can include this current prime minister, because they just see the way out of our predicament in the form of loans. It's easy for them to take a loan because they're not the ones who will have to pay that loan back or repay the loan. As an ordinary citizen, you always think twice, maybe thrice, before you can approach a financial institution for a loan. And you ask yourself several questions, including, can I afford this right now? How much do I have to pay every month? What sacrifices I have to make? And questions of that nature, because you are acting in a responsible manner. A lot of those finance ministers do not care. Because within a few years, a few decades, etc., they're out of politics and we still have to pay that loan. So they're acting in a reckless manner and they could quickly shift blame. This individual is borrowing every Tuesday. What is happening right now? The same thing basically is happening right now. So across the board, those politicians, especially when they're starting their fights, they are never the ones in the forefront, you know. It is always the supporters who are leading the charge on their behalf. So supporters of that party hate supporters of the other party, and we argue and we quarrel. We are so divided. And who do you think, as a result of this, are the beneficiaries? What are the ones benefiting from this behavior? The politicians are the one benefiting. We have a group of politicians right now, as we speak, who are benefiting from the division in this country. And these days they like to say that's a fact. And that, according to the most monitored talk show in the world, NewsSpin, that is a fact. Why do you think that politicians are fighting for power in this country? Because they're benefiting. That's basically what it is. They travel around the world, develop relationships with key peoples, key individuals, power brokers, and so on. And they benefit from this directly. They get out of office, they become consultants, and you have the poor people of this country. As far as the economic status, it remains the same. So let us hear from the leader of the opposition. Moments ago, speaking at a press conference, he disclosed that he has written a letter to the island's police commissioner, Descat Pelius, not a love letter. Let's listen to the content.
This revelation by Richard, it's so egregious. It's so reckless. It's so dangerous that as the leader of the opposition, I've had no choice but to pen a letter to the Commissioner of Police. And I'd like to read that letter. This letter has been sent off to the Commissioner of Police today, and it's been copied to the Prime Minister and the Minister of National Security, the Minister of Home Affairs, the President of the Bar Association, the President of the Chamber of Commerce, the Chairman of the Integrity Commission, as well as the Chairman of the Public Service Commission. And the letter reads the following. I write on behalf of the opposition of the United Workers' Party and the public at large in reference to certain alarming statements made by the Member of Parliament for Castries Central, Honourable Richard Frederick, during the October 12, 2023 broadcast of his television show, Can I Help You? During the show, he boasted that he'd been receiving and collating confidential information from police officers on private citizens. This statement not only brings our executive branch and the minister into disrepute, but is also an offense under the Section 3 of the Police Regulatory Cap 1401 of the revised laws of St. Lucia, which deals with the confidentiality of information, among other things. Our citizenry trust in the police force is predicated upon the expectation that its members execute their duties fairly, independently, prudently, without fear or favor, and that they will uphold their oath to protect us all. The admission made by Minister Frederick of this unlawful alliance is deeply concerning, as it suggests collusion between a minister of government and those responsible for our safety and national security, whose duty it is to keep such information secret. It further confirms that confidential information not meant for public consumption has been shared unlawfully with a government minister. There are widespread fears that the same minister who has been on public rampage targeting political rivals and other persons critical of him and the Labour Party administration is using his access to confidential police information to intimidate and threaten such persons. Given the gravity of the allegations made by the minister, combined with previous threats made by him against members of the public, I am formally calling upon you, as a Commissioner of Police, if you have already not done so, to immediately launch an investigation into this matter and to lay charges against all offenders. This egregious situation, if left unchecked, will have serious implications for the integrity of and public confidence in our police force. The rule of law and the protection enshrined in our Constitution as it relates to the separation of powers. Your immediate action is required to preserve our national security. The St. Lucian public deserves nothing less. I think that those words and this letter speaks for itself.
The leader of the parliamentary opposition, Mr. Alan Chasney, speaking during a press conference earlier today. A letter penned to the island's police commissioner, Cressida Descat Peleus. It was only yesterday, and we'll be hearing from him right now. We heard from the president of the Police Welfare Association, Mr. Cameron Law, because Mr. Law was on the threesome in the morning yesterday right here on Power 97.9, and he addressed that same particular issue. So we'll hear from him in just a moment. We're just trying to access that clip because he too expressed concern, and he too called on the island's police commissioner to at least issue a statement. So I think momentarily we'll be hearing from Mr. Cameron Law. In the meantime, Kimani, what is in the chat room? As we say, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. Someone says, appears to be a low blow to the RSLPF. Tim, any party must borrow, but what is done with the loan is crucial. The programs and projects initiated must be generating capital to the present and upcoming generations to be able to pay back the loans. Another comment, the Franco/Anglo-colonial mindset is destroying SLU, shame and scandal in the place. Another comment, perfect example. Trump got all his supporters riled up, stormed the Capitol, and they are in jail right now while he walks the streets. Another comment, what the citizenry needs to realize is the fight should never be about and amongst us, but the poor leadership we get.
We take your calls right now. Remember, 452-2979, 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026, and that's 716-2026. Any more comments, Kimani?
Someone says, Tim, c'est chitla pli hypocrite. These statements come out only when one party is in opposition. Another comment, nonsense. People are dying and you want us to wait 3 more years of hardship then to vote. We have to speak out now. Another comment, it's a fact the SLP does it more and more viciously, but I still believe you can stand your ground with force, albeit with respect.
A WhatsApp message, but Tim, really, what Alan doing for? Writing a letter? PJP is throwing that letter once received. Let's see if we have another WhatsApp message. Somebody says there, Tim, I agree with the gist of Aaron Alexander's contribution. The level of discourse around national issues is woefully inadequate, framed in arguments bereft of critical thinking, purely superficial discussion and amateur political theater, with each party and supporters purporting facts that are at best spurious. It is just simply disappointing. We have a call? Yes. Good afternoon. NewsSpin, you are on the air. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to you, caller.
I think Mr. Alexander, he only sees things one-sided. Just imagine there is so many crime in the country, Tim, and why he didn't say anything about the crime, and then why there is so when other persons make such statements, he doesn't say anything about it, and then when if you are for your country, you're not supposed to see things one-sided, because I noticed Mr. Alexander is kind of a bias when to the statement that he made, because you cannot. There is so many things that happen in the country, and nobody not supposed to ask a government question. Nobody not supposed to say anything. Yes, we have to give the government a chance to work. But if the government is going wrong, we're supposed to at least keep the government on the right track. So, Mr. Alexander, please, I'm saying to you, what about the crime? What are you saying about the crime? All the crime that is happening every day in the country. That's all I want to say this afternoon.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing your point of view with us as we await some more of your calls at 452-2979, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Any more comments, Kimani?
Someone says, what a mess St. Lucia is in. Another comment, where were you when SLP was in opposition? Only now you're hearing the insults? Another comment, I totally agree with the man. You can defend your position without going to the gutter. Another comment in the chat room, all will go down in history as the great leader of democracy. And someone says, let's see, exactly, caller, hypocrisy. That's
We have
it.
a call via WhatsApp. Hello, good afternoon. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Tim.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm okay. How about you?
I'm fine. Tim, I want to support the last caller. Mr. Aaron Alexander should sit down and write what he just read there, because all he's saying is he was so biased. You understand? The amount of foolishness and embarrassing things the Prime Minister is doing, you don't have anything to say about it, but you're going to come and tell Alan Chastney about his thing in anger? Aaron not remembering all what the speaker said, all the bazooka, all the statements that has been made by the Labour Party. Aaron needs to go back and sit down, take a rest, sit, and come again with the nonsense Aaron just spoke there. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you so much. People are analyzing the statement we played earlier on featuring Mr. Aaron Alexander. Some more calls once again. 452-2979, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Let's see if we have a WhatsApp message to go through right now. Okay, I'll go through this one in just a moment. But I think we have a call, do we? No, we don't have a call. Any more messages, Kimani?
None in the chat room.
Okay, none to talk about. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force finds itself in a critical state right now. I mean, you don't want certain institutions to be at the center of anything that is political or even controversial. So the police commissioner finds herself today in a very uncomfortable position. And I think she might be asking herself, do I react? Do I comment? Do I issue a statement? Do I convene a press conference? How should I deal with this? Because perception-wise, the police commissioner has to operate in a manner whereby she does not cause any kind of discomfort to the Prime Minister of the country in particular. Because, I mean, her return to the post, who is the individual who orchestrated this? The Prime Minister of St. Lucia. And she would not want to be in the Prime Minister's bad books. She would want to be in his good books. And so I don't envy her. She is in a dilemma. But if she does not respond, I'm not saying that she should respond in a particular manner. I don't know. How should she respond? Because she has certain information at her disposal that many of us are not aware of. But she has to respond one way or the other, because this will be a PR nightmare for her. I think we have a call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air.
Good afternoon, Tim, and good afternoon to everyone that is on this afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, caller.
Tim, my guy, good. Very short. Tim, you remember the Bam Bam Wall, do you?
Yes, I do. Who can forget that?
Is
The
it still
image,
there or not?
the image is still there, in my mind.
It is still there.
Mm.
What was worse? People that was portraying on the Bam Bam Wall, almost naked, presque tuni. Amasin ka pase, ki te pase. Presque tuni, Tim. Ok? Ou te si même sou pate la, moi apri ver dati ou te ka ouwe a sou television.
But I also said I did not have a problem with the Bamba Mole. Probably in Medisa.
Ok, oui, ou te di sa.
Mason,
Nakuto, mwen si ma akuye souva nakuto.
Mason fes la, mateni pièce problème pi. Non.
Tim mwen de ka di sa en créole.
Mais c'est pas toi nous ka parler.
Mason fes la, oui, c'est créole nous ka parler.
Oui,
nous a
créole héritage. Oui.
Tim, mwen we a sou télévision. Plusieurs femmes teni, ça pas privé yo, because privé c'est bagay qui se we moun pa ka we. Mais c'est ça yo te ka moun chwa, ça te public. D'autres petit lot qui te top petit pour devant yo. Côté château de vagina yo ye a ti lot la te top petit pour ça. En compagnie te ka overhang chaque side. Ça dans la TV. Il c'est pas tant un problème. Mais puisque Dieu moun qui a supporté UWP des stand à la protest match, et puis yo teni en pampa à la yo, magwe yo teni long tights yo, ou pate ka we pat privé yo, pate ka we fes yo, moun ka kriye kama de chasse nek se organizer pour match la, pour apologie pour femme cette ici, c'est moun sa zan oublié fes. Mason Tesla, the Bam Bam Wall, you all forget the nakedness that women were in just about 2 or 3 months ago. Have you ever seen vicious set of people and hypocrite like that, Tim? Well, let me tell you, Tim, since the sanitary napkins has no 2.5 on it, they can buy sanitary napkins as well and hang it all over themselves because it is cheaper than it was before. Let them hang it all over themselves. Why they have clothing on them? Because they from the pampa so comment la mani jeans malem. Si moi de son avis like ma un paquet un pack pull up pampa. Ek moi hedi mutan le mek na ma ville kasui. Police ka vinn arrêter me di me ça moi ça disrespectful. Ek mani jeans malem ou par exemple c'est un hypocrite. Tim c'est ça moi pour dire. Merci en pile.
Merci beaucoup. You are watching NewsSpin on our NewsSpin Facebook page. We are also on YouTube, and you're listening to the broadcast on Power 97.9 FM. What is happening in Shantytown with regard to the collection of garbage? All that and more coming up.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
Lazarus's Funeral Home is here for you. Lazarus's Private Cemetery offers a peaceful resting place for your loved ones. With tranquil settings, visitation, and reflection, we believe in the compassionate care of all our departed loved ones. Lazarus's Private Cemetery, let us help you create a final resting place. Make it special. Make it Lazarus's Funeral Home, your friend in a time of need. Payment plans are available for Toombs. Call us in Vidbuta at 452-7491 or in New Dock Road, VA4, 454-6555.
Introducing the new Lucia Virtual Service Desk, where one click is your access to every service. From my account to streetlight reports, requests for payment arrangements to settle arrears, change of name and address. Easy online forms give you access from anywhere and at any time. Every service you need at your fingertips. Go to our website, luselect.com, and click on the Virtual Service Desk widget. Luselect's Virtual Service Desk. Every solution at your fingertips.
And he's done it! He's done it! And my goodness, it's gone.
The party is back! Premier Sports Inc. presents the KFC SPL T20. Powered by the National Lotteries Authority. Will defending champions Choiseul Craft Masters retain their crown? Or will they be pulled down?
Oh, strike forward! Perfection!
From October 13th to the 28th at the Darren Sammy Cricket Grounds and Grosley Playing Field. Grab your tickets now. Sol Gas Station in Grosley, Amici Restaurant and Bar in Rodney Bay, Riverside Car Park in Castries, Soufre Foundation in Soufre, Monrepo, Choiseul, and Labrie Credit Union. Tickets are only $15 for adults, $5 for children. VIP $65 and $85. The party is back! The KFC SPL T20, powered by the National Lotteries Authority. Show them how to party.
Things are heating up at the National Farmers and General Workers Credit Union Limited. We've got some red-hot deals just for you with 100% financing. Rev up for some excitement with our incredible vehicle loan offer. Building or renovating, we've got you covered. Or pack up for that ideal getaway. This offer won't be available forever. Visit us today and take advantage of this limited time deal. Don't miss out on these fantastic deals with 100% financing. Only at the National Farmers and General Workers Credit Union Limited. We're your friend when you're in need.
The Ministry of Commerce, in collaboration with the Embassy of the Republic of China, Taiwan, presents the 16th Annual St. Lucia, Taiwan Partnership Trade Show at the Pavilion on the ramp in Rodney Bay, Grosley, from Friday, November 3rd to Sunday, November 5th, 2023, from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. Come, support the creativity of 69 local entrepreneurs and 16 Taiwanese businesses, including ICT and business solutions, food and beverage, and so much more. We will be hosting lots of fun games and activities for kids. Relax and enjoy the nightly live entertainment. Saturday features carefree karaoke with fantastic prizes up for grabs. Then on Sunday, we culminate in grand style with a strictly local fashion show and live comedy from Cox Productions. Don't miss out. Free shuttle service provided from the Baywalk Shopping Mall and back. Come, witness the emergence of our next generation of entrepreneurs.
Fast Pay, a new and easy way to pay. Fast Pay, Fast Pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
Flow Fast Pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. Flow Fast Pay, Flow Fast Pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Night Meds is your dependable neighborhood pharmacy. You'll notice that upon entry, you are greeted by caring professional staff, attentive to your every need. Your prescriptions are always treated with a high degree of confidentiality, and we pride ourselves on providing speedy, efficient service. We carry a wide array commonly requested over-the-counter products, and our prices are very competitive. We offer blood pressure testing, blood sugar, and cholesterol testing. We're open to fill your prescriptions Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Come, visit Sadu's gas station on the Miku Highway or call us at 572-6840 or WhatsApp 461-6840 for more information. Night Meds Pharmacy. We are your community med store.
On the morning, art is a
Can't get a break from all this tax? Head to Automotive Art and get a taxcation. Automotive Art is offering you an ease from VAT and health and safety levy with savings of up to 15% and more. That's right, 15% of all tools, 15% of all accessories, 15% of car detailing, 15% of all rims, 15% off computerized wheel alignment, and 15% and more of selected tires with savings of up to 30% on some sizes. It's Automotive Art Taxcation. Visit us at Automotive Art at Vidbuchai Castries and Latuni Vieux today and enjoy a taxcation. Offer valid for limited time. Some conditions apply. See stores for details.
Are you working that 9-to-5 job but also juggling a side hustle? Well, Elks Credit Union has great news for you. Introducing Elks Credit Union Side Hustle Boost Loan. Need funds to take your side hustle to the next level? With our Side Hustle Boost Loan, you can access up to $50,000, giving your side hustle the boost it needs. And here's the best part. You'll have up to 5 years to pay it back with flexible repayment options that suits your budget. Whether it's expanding your inventory, upgrading your equipment, or marketing your services, Elks Credit Union is here to support your entrepreneurial dreams. Don't let your side hustle remain just a dream. Let Elks Credit Union empower you to turn it into a thriving reality. Boost your side hustle today with Elks Credit Union's Side Hustle Boost Loan. Contact us now or visit our website for more information. Elks Credit Union, your partner in success. Terms and conditions apply.
It's coming. The brunch of the century. Welcome to Sunburnt. Sunday, November 26th. Sunburnt. It's coming.
For staying with the most monitored talk show in the world, I'm told, except at Mega J. So yesterday, I met a friend and he told me, Tim, unfortunately, we can't listen to NewsSpin at Mega J. It used to be aired through the PA system, but apparently somebody decided they did not want NewsSpin to be played within the business establishment for customers and also for the employees there. So we need to file a petition and have Mega J to air NewsSpin via the PA system. So I think it's Massey Mega. Massey Mega, yeah. Thank you so much for the correction. So it's at Massey Mega. So address this as soon as possible. We continue with your calls and your WhatsApp messages, 452-2979. I think we have a call via 452-2979. Good afternoon, you're on the air.
A pleasant good afternoon to you, Timothy, and your listeners all over the world. PW on the line, and good afternoon to Kimani.
Is that a real person, or is that some AI?
This is a real person.
Oh, it's not AI. Okay.
This is a real person.
Not AI generated. Anyway, go ahead, caller.
No. Timothy, my brothers and sisters, my fellow St. Lucians, as much as I agree with what Aaron Alexander said, I agree with him 2% out of 100. According to my litmus test with Aaron Alexander, 2% out of 100. Timothy, Aaron Alexander is a weasel. And I know you may not want me to say he's a weasel, but let me tell you what a weasel is. A weasel is somebody that would actually make things look as if on one side it's okay, and another side it's not okay. A biased person that only holds on one side. Timothy, I remember when this gentleman, Joachim, walked into the church and disturbed the whole congregation. I didn't hear Aaron Alexander. When Claudius Francis talked about his bazooka, I didn't hear Aaron Alexander angry. If something is wrong in the country, There is no problem if people are angry, people are, are not satisfied, and people would like to demonstrate, the wrongs that happen in this country. The opposition leader have a right to be angry if something affects him and affects people's rights in the country. You understand? At one time, Jesus Christ was angry, and we knew of what he did. So Aaron Alexander can come and say to us and try to blame the opposition, 100%, 98%, and try to blame the government 2%. Aaron Alexander is forgetting, Richard Frederick has threatened people. So when he comes and he vaguely mentioned Richard Frederick shouldn't take kakalak or whatever, lakalak or whatever, and then he hits on the opposition, hits on this guy from the PLP party, you understand, and he hits on most members of the opposition, including Spider. There are many members of the government that need to be checked or put in line, including, you understand, Ernest Hill. I never heard, Aaron Alexander came and said what Ernest Hill said. He have all the government's machinery and apparatus, at his disposal to prosecute everybody. I never hear you say anything about that. I never hear you come out and said about that $4, you understand, for the company that will be running our seaports and airports, and we will be getting $1. I never hear you say anything about that. So Aaron Alexander needs to come out and be fair and balanced, or else don't come out, because people are going to realize that he's a biased man, and he needs to be a man of truth, justice, and fairness for all St. Lucians. Timothy, I thank you.
All right, thank you so much for calling the broadcast. Let's see if we have a WhatsApp message. Somebody says that, Tim, the commissioner is now between a tight wall. The level of politics within the force is irreparable, and the minister knows that, hence the reason he felt emboldened to squeal on his informant. Well, is now the public will not give the police any more information. This is the beginning of the chicken coming home to roost. We have a WhatsApp call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin, you're on the air. Hello.
Good afternoon, Timothy.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Kimani.
Good afternoon to you, caller.
Long time no hear, Timothy.
It's a while,
Timothy, I'm sorry if I have to change the attention of the star of your show today, Aaron Alexander. But Timothy, I want to ask you a question. What would you say Chaussee Road is to Castries? Would you say it's one of the main arteries, one of the three main arteries from the north?
Yes, it is just about the main one.
Okay, that's right. Well, Timothy, I just can't understand what's happening. If that's possible, at the junction of Calvary Road and Chaussee Road, the entrance into the Castries, I right at that junction. Now, when there's heavy traffic coming into the city, it is really difficult to maneuver when you get to the bottom of
So
Calvary,
if you're heading to the city, it's on what side?
It's on the left side,
On
right
the left
at the
side.
junction.
Okay.
Yeah, I was coming down there recently, and there was a huge truck coming down Chaussee Road. But I couldn't help observe there's a derelict vehicle right at the junction there. And I mean, I hope the mayor of Castries is listening. I hope somebody in authority is listening, because a lot of talk was on Chaussee Road recently. But they should get the owner of that car to move that vehicle from there. And I'm appealing to all drivers, pass on the Calgary Road. Look at that. Call NewsSpin tomorrow. I will try to get a picture of it and send for you, Tim. That they can move that vehicle from there. It's just, I saw for the capital city of Castries. You're coming into Castries and there's a bloody old car there that has been there for a long time. And the owner doesn't seem to get it out of there. And on a heavy day with a lot of traffic, it's difficult. I'm sorry to change the subject, but some of these
We don't
things
have a
need to be
subject.
talked about too.
Yeah, we don't have a subject, sir. As always, we don't. All right. Okay.
But I just thought I'd like everybody to that, especially the motorists, to complain about that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. I think we have another call on line. Hello and good afternoon. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air. Good afternoon. Hello. Okay, I think we have lost the call. 452-2979, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Hello, good afternoon.
Tim, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to you, caller.
Yeah. I have a visit, not now. I have gave you a free visit. But you have never responded. And Kimani, good afternoon to you, sorry.
Hi, good afternoon.
And Tim has not, up until now, tell me either yes or no. And this visit mainly has to be in the south. Now, Mr. Poleon.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why, and you said you're not a coward.
If you want to believe I'm a coward, that's you. I don't care what you think of me.
But Tim, there's much talk about the bamboo that was hanging on the Canal Bridge. You heard that thing was on the news.
Yeah.
Somebody at last, and then NewsSpin is powerful, did something to it that was last week.
Mm-hmm.
They cut that bamboo, overlapped it. So that's wonderful. The next complaint, and I have been not today, not now mentioning it, that is before you reach Opicon Gap. You remember?
Yeah.
Road. Again, I am making an appeal to communication and works or infrastructure, whatever it is, which is responsible for the road, as best as possible to do something with that thing there. There was almost another mayhem there that was last weekend. That individual did not know that was on the road, and he was driving on his left side going down to Viewfort and Bradham. These things need to be taken. In as much as we want to play politics with everything, try our best to save a life. Am I right?
You're on point, sir.
Try our best to see that an innocent person who does not know the area well, that particular accident waiting to happen there, to do something with that. We know they are listening. Sometimes they want to listen to the things that they figure that is hurting them. But the thing that is important, try please, those who have authority, infrastructure, communication and works, they have a branch by Gablewood Mall, it's not too far. Try your best to do something with that particular place for me, please. That's one. That's one. Tim, the other one I have, and I know you have often learned about it, I suspect by now you're probably tired of potholes in our nation roads. Tim, when you go to Fonderie, that new bridge, newly built, and you go into Viewfort North, when you reach in a place called Foncouli, and I was told you said you have family in Belleville,
yeah,
the Poleon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long you have been passing that road. I don't know. It looks like you abandon everybody on that road. Your family there. I'm saying that happening on NewsSpin. So it looks like that particular polio that is not existing for you. But in the state of that,
I don't even know how to respond to this. But those are my family, caller, and I know of their existence. They know of my existence, and so on. And I'm sure we'll be interacting very soon. Don't worry about that.
So that road from Foncouli called Dimai, I think you heard about that road.
Yeah.
That area, leading you to Viewfort North in the flat area there. That road is in a mess, and then when you traverse that road to Moncaine, Zabo, those areas, it is again potholes left. I wonder how the minibus drivers can maneuver, negotiate in those potholes on the road. I mean, it is heartbroken. And that is why when I said the two parties are totally different, UWP and SLP. Looking at the constituency that have been dominated by the United Workers' Party. You're not seeing that. Seriously. And check those constituencies that have been dominated by Labour. Viewfort North, Viewfort South, Labrie, and even the place where PM is represented. Check the state of those roads. Why somebody cannot at least go to Viewfort North or the member for Viewfort, block the pothole for the people, give by your soulagement, give them something to at least think about. But no, you busy on taking the opposition on, and then our roads is more and more deterrable. I mean, it will stay like that for a good while. And God forbid we have the little sun those days. Before we were told when it's rain you can't do nothing on the road. Now the sun is full blazing. Go and patch a few potholes. Give us a relief on the road.
Well, the Prime Minister said next year will be the year of infrastructure, so we'll be getting some relief come 2024, caller.
Tim, I don't take politician wood, particularly that one, for anything I know that's serious. You see, when I see things happen, I know go back to Sakian Salukisao. You see, they much talk about this, and we will see that, and we will see project. When it will be on the ground, then we can say yes. I'm not taking politician word for nothing whatsoever. We need a relief. You're talking about next year, so by the time all Christmas, our people is taking pluck on the road.
Yeah.
What about next year if we start the year and we start in the rainy season to go until next year because the climate change? We don't know how the weather can change on us. So these are the things that we need to do. And them kind of petty politics and taking we don't work on that one project. And the evidence is there where some of those projects would have very much alleviating the suffering of the people. And I think you heard about the horse race they are building there close to the old base, the American base called the Kakabef.
When is that? I think October 22nd, right?
Yeah, I went there and I see something. Now, I am saying, you are doing that ground or track, whatever it is. I'm not seeing in any, places like if somebody gets fallen on a horse or donkey, whatever it is. You have a shades or thereabout. You have persons where you could medically have a bill, something to treat people. It's just something. Forget about this wonderful horse race DSH that was building, and let's show them, man, we can do something of our own. I want to know how much it costs in us right now. I've heard so many things about a prominent person in society donating a gift to the people. I want to know if it have government input in it, by all means money have to be paid. We have not heard anything from the Prime Minister. Once it is attracting taxpayers funding, we want to know how much it costs in us, not government. No Prime Minister not going in no bank and take money on the account and do things. It is our money that are uselessly wasted and doing things that is, I'm not saying it's unnecessary, but why you could not organize DSH and let the national horse race track continue? Forget about it and do our own, man, because we have money in government. We can do what we want. We need to stop this. We definitely need to stop that. Thank you very much for your patience and your time. But I am waiting for you. Make sure for you. You have to tell me when you're going to get ready for that visit. You need to do that. You're tired of you have been in your safe zone, in your AC, bungling all over the place. And then you need
so
to
you want to take me to the war zone?
No, it's not that. That is what I'm saying. When I mention Kawudi, you don't have a war zone. We don't have a war zone, so we're not in Palestine and Israel.
So very soon somebody will call me from the Gaza Strip and say, Mr. Poleon, we listen to your show all the way in the Gaza Strip. We want you to be there as well. Okay?
That is different. We don't have that here. Thank
all
you
right.
very much for the time.
Thank you so much for calling. Now, we have some video to show of the situation over in part of Shantytown. Somebody sent me the video and they're claiming that there's garbage all over a section of Shantytown, and the garbage has not been collected there over several days. And they want that issue, that problem to be rectified. So I don't know, maybe it is the St. Lucia Solid Waste Management Authority, maybe it is the town council. Please attend to that problem as soon as possible. And I'm just hoping and praying that it has already been cleared, but it clearly does not look good, unhygienic. We all know what can happen with rodents and leptospirosis. So those are human beings who are living in that area in Shantytown. Please clear the waste as soon as possible, which is like right now, today. Kimani, what is in the chat room?
In the chat room, someone says, it's rather unfortunate that lots of members of the public don't trust politicians or the government by extension. Another comment, 2.5% compound VAT on Creole food. Let's see how many of us can make it. Someone says, anyone who is not angry with what's going on in this country has a blood pressure issue. Tim, what will it take to remove the images of the Bam Bam Hall in your head? What will it take, Tim?
It certainly will take a lot. Maybe priests, pastors, come, to really remove this. Just pray for me. Because, it can't help. It's there. It's imprinted there.
Oh, okay. Another comment, from what I heard, Aaron made comments up from both sides. Am I wrong? Please play again. Why can't our politicians fight with intelligence? The name calling is wrong on both sides. It's disgusting. Welcome to St. Lucia, where right and wrong is determined by the color you see. Someone says, Aaron never spoke about the files Arif said the police officers are giving him. Isn't that worth talking about? Another comment, Tim, we just cannot afford to sit down and allow this country to be robbed of a future by all the truth we see right before our eyes. Nothing wrong with anger. The Bible says, be angry and sin not.
Somebody says, hi, good afternoon. There is no rice on island and the minister is saying nothing. That's the fastest food and cheapest food for parents. God help us. I guess the person is referring there to loose rice, because I think there isn't a shortage of packet rice, but it's a lot more expensive.
Another comment, Tim, sorry, but I have forwarded these clips to the U.S. Embassy, and I have also attached a note to it about this police force and this government minister. I will be penning a second document from the U.S. Embassy before the weekend with additional information and information about impacts. Let's see what else is in the chat room. Someone says to call a faster Ben to remove the images from your head, Tim. But that's it in the chat room.
Thank you so much. You are watching NewsSpin on our NewsSpin Facebook page. We are also on YouTube, and you're listening to the broadcast on Power 97.9 FM. Still to come, the Prime Minister says, don't say it's not your business, but on a certain occasion he also said, it's not your business. Confusing? We'll hear from him in just a moment. Stay with us.
There is only one option when they arrive. Our services will make the dead look alive. With Bouteille and Beaufort accessibility. Remember, we have the only private cemetery. No one can match our prices from coffins to corsage. Personalized service you get when Lazarus take charge. Quality service, no package to make your wallet bleed. Lazarus is your true friend in your time of need.
Lucilec kaveti ou pour point précaution diwan saison cyclone ça là. Mi un petit commission qui kaywen de ou protéger la vie ou ek propriétaire ou. Kouye Lucilec avant ou trim et ben couper pied bois qui pouet ligne électrique. Veillez pour ligne courant électrique avant ou monter l'échelle. Fait assurer l'échelle, scaffold et bout zouti ou ka servi pas vini moins qui 10 pieds hors ligne courant électrique. Pas jamais servi appliance et ben outils qui ka servi courant électrique. Des wall côté qui mouillé et ben en la pli. Ça c'était en commission hors Lucilec.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
Things are heating up at the National Farmers and General Workers Credit Union Limited. We've got some red-hot deals just for you with 100% financing. Rev up for some excitement with our incredible vehicle loan offer. Building or renovating, we've got you covered. Or pack up for that ideal getaway. This offer won't be available forever. Visit us today and take advantage of this limited time deal. Don't miss out on these fantastic deals with 100% financing only at the National Farmers and General Workers Credit Union Limited. We're your friend when you're in need.
So fast pay, a new and easy way to pay. So fast pay, so fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay, so fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
And he's done it! He's done it! And my goodness, it's gone.
The party is back! Premier Sports Inc. presents the KFC SPL T20. Powered by the National Lotteries Authority. Will defending champions Choiseul Craft Masters retain their crown? Or will they be pulled down?
Oh, it's time for him. Perfection.
From October 13th to the 28th at the Darren Sammy Cricket Grounds and Grosley Playing Field. Grab your tickets now. Sol Gas Station in Grosley, Amici Restaurant and Bar in Rodney Bay, Riverside Car Park in Castries, Soufre Foundation in Soufre, Monrepo, Choiseul, and Labrie Credit Union. Tickets are only $15 for adults, $5 for children. VIP $65 and $85. The party is back. The KFC SPL T20. Powered by the National Lotteries Authority. Show them how to party.
Mama Ici, écoutez, on Saturday, October 28th, Project Chocolat is the place to be for Fête Creole. Starting from 7 p.m., we're serving up Creole food so divine, you want seconds. Entertainment by Wuletete Solo Group, the ever electrifying Extreme Band, DJ Rimo, and more. Tickets are $70 for adults over 18, 13 to 18 years pay half price at the door. Timu, little ones, 12 and under, enter free. It's about family, delicious food, and true Lucian spirits. Fini celebrate Fête Creole avec nous at Project Chocolat.
Can't get a break from all this tax? Head to Automotive Art and get a taxcation. Automotive Art is offering you an ease from VAT and health and safety levy with savings of up to 15% and more. That's right, 15% of all tools, 15% of all accessories, 15% of car detailing, 15% of all rims, 15% of computerized wheel alignment, and 15% and more of selected tires with savings of up to 30% on some sizes. It's Automotive Art Taxcation. Visit us at Automotive Art at Vidbouteille Castries and Latuni Vieux today and enjoy a taxcation. Offer valid for limited time. Some conditions apply. See stores for details.
Are you working that 9-to-5 job but also juggling a side hustle? Well, Elks Credit Union has great news for you. Introducing Elks Credit Union Side Hustle Boost Loan. Need funds to take your side hustle to the next level? With our Side Hustle Boost Loan, you can access up to $50,000, giving your side hustle the boost it needs. And here's the best part. You'll have up to 5 years to pay it back with flexible repayment options that suits your budget. Whether it's expanding your inventory, upgrading your equipment, or marketing your services, Elks Credit Union is here to support your entrepreneurial dreams. Don't let your side hustle remain just a dream. Let Elks Credit Union empower you to turn it into a thriving reality. Boost your side hustle today with Elks Credit Union's Side Hustle Boost Loan. Contact us now or visit our website for more information. Elks Credit Union, your partner in success. Terms and conditions apply.
It's coming. The brunch of the century. Welcome to Sunburnt. Sunday, November 26th. Sunburnt. Sunburnt. It's coming.
had a special ceremony today, the loan grant signing for the Youth Economy Agency. And the Prime Minister was addressing the recipients of loans as well as the employees of that agency. And he said something that struck me. Be flexible, he says, to those people who are manning the agency, and also always be in a position to help people, etc., those who are coming to that particular institution for assistance. And never find yourself in a position saying, it's not my business or it's not your business. But it's the same Prime Minister who said to a reporter only last week that it's not your business. So I'm a little confused. Let's listen to the Prime Minister.
I want everybody there to know what the organization is doing. So you can't tell somebody that's not your business. I want everybody there to know what the organization is doing. So you can't tell somebody that's not your business.
As a matter of national security, sir, are you aware of the contents of the impacts report?
That's not your business.
Very good.
I want everybody there to know what the organization is doing. So you can't tell somebody that's not your business.
Prime Minister Philip J. Pierce. So let's move on to some other issue. And this time, the shortage of rice in St. Lucia, because ever since I read this WhatsApp, I read a WhatsApp message, or you? I read a WhatsApp message about the shortage of rice in St. Lucia. We've had several people reacting and saying, yes, we have a shortage of loose rice as well as packaged rice. So this is news to me, because only on Saturday I went to the supermarket and there was rice on the shelves. So, and people are reacting to this. What are some of the people saying with regard to the shortage of rice?
Someone says, girl, my tire's finishing driving everywhere. Will not give the dogs, will have to give the dogs grass. I don't know where I could get rice. Another comment, so not even to eat, so humans and animals will starve. No fig and no rice.
And somebody says there's no packet or loose or white, no rice at all. So we have a shortage of bananas, plantain, and also rice in our country.
Someone in the chat room says no rice, no sugar, no jobs, no love, just death. A shortage of a lot of things in the country, Tim.
That's it?
In the chat room, someone says Emma is a special case of bad management skills. What next? St. Lucia will have a shortage of. Someone says, Tim, no rice, and some merchants are telling their customers if they want rice, go to Bordelais. That's how bad it is in the country.
So, food security is a serious issue, and one that we have been speaking about in this country over the last few years, but we take this for granted. Because for us, we'll always have the plantain, we'll always have rice, we'll always have, in particular, green bananas and ripe bananas, etc., the dasheen, ground provisions, you name it, we'll always have it. So that is a major issue. And I don't think we should leave it to the government of St. Lucia to address this, although that's primarily their responsibility. But in addition, it's our responsibility as citizens as well, because in many areas, the government is proving that it cares more about the politics, day-to-day politics, compared to issues that are likely to affect the wider St. Lucian society. Now, CARICOM has embarked upon a special initiative, and that is to reduce the region's food import bill by 25% by the year 2025. And I'm told that progress is being made in this regard, because the region's food import bill right now is US $6 billion. So we have, for far too long, ignored the agricultural sector in St. Lucia. And we continue to preach about diversifying our agriculture sector, but we are reaping little gains. We are not making much progress as far as this issue is concerned. And obviously, the evidence is there that we are on the brink of not being able to feed ourselves. we're on the brink of possibly starving, not having food to purchase. And definitely this calls for the intervention of many local agencies. In particular, we don't want to get excuses, but normally that's what we get from the Ministry of Agriculture to attend to that particular issue. And I think there are many people in this country over several years who have been warning our governments that there's been too much focus, too much emphasis of tourism while agriculture has been neglected. It was on the 10th of this month that we had a special ceremony, I think it was in the Bahamas, and special emphasis was being placed on the launching of CWA, Caribbean Week of Agriculture. And there was an opening ceremony. And among the folks who spoke there was the Sub-Regional Coordinator for the Food and Agriculture Organization, one Renata Clark. And incidentally, just yesterday, we observed World Food Day, sorry. So let's hear from Dr. Renata Clark.
Every time I think about the movement for agricultural sector transformation, I can't help but think, if not now, when? When will we ever transform our food and agriculture systems in the Caribbean? You know, for most of my life, and that's a long time now, I've been hearing about agriculture sector diversification, agriculture sector revitalization, and now transformation. But there never has been the energy that there is now. When the COVID-related crisis began, you know, we have seen the improbable become reality and then become even worse. We have seen the food supply chain disruptions. And you know the old saying, tell me 1,000 times or show me once. Well, we have been shown, we have seen, and we know how important it is to transform our food systems, to reduce food imports, and to diversify our economies through inclusive and sustainable agri-food chains. If not us, then who? It has to be now, and it has to be us taking decisive steps towards transforming agriculture. And against this backdrop, the significance of the CWA this year is clear. It is very much a together thing. It provides each other the opportunity to feed off of each other's energy, to keep up the momentum, to share ideas. We've heard from Permanent Secretary Cates, to share ideas, to spread the learning from successes and from mistakes, recognize the gaps in our forward path and advocate together to fill those gaps, to keep this mission as a Caribbean together thing.
Just heard there from Dr. Renata Clark, FAO Sub-Regional Coordinator, speaking on the 10th of this month at the opening of CWA, Caribbean Week of Agriculture. We have a call online at 452-2979. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air.
Yeah, Timothy, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to you, caller.
Yeah, I heard the caller earlier on complaining about that traffic problem at the top of Chaussee Road there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that vehicle have been there for a while. But Timothy, there's another one right in the heart of Castries, Timothy. There's another practice. You know when you're coming from Dilley's heading to Jeremy Street?
Yeah.
You know there are two lanes there. Either you take the left or the right turn. And that thing has reduced now, Timothy, to a single lane, only the right lane, because people park their vehicle there to sell ground provision, to sell vegetable, to sell any kind of thing. I feel even people even park there to go and do their business. And when there's a traffic light there, you know, on each side of the road, when you go down, I don't know why the police are only playing their focus only on in front of the market. They have no parking there on one side. They have all the no parking signs there. But what's about there? Because when you coming from the Groseley bus stand, Timothy, it's a problem, you know, because when you're reaching by Dilley's there, that thing have reduced to a single lane.
Mm-hmm.
Even on Bridge Street, Timothy, there's another one. Well, I could understand the police station is there now, the central police station, where they occupy a few. But Timothy, going right up to where Bata used to be by the credit union there, Timothy, that thing have reduced to one lane, you know. And that's the problem of a lot of the traffic backup that's going on there, because whether you're swinging down to Brazil Street or you're going to the Mon, you have to take that one lane on the right. So that's another problem. I feel it's time that the traffic department do something about that, because that's right in the heart of town. But the one coming from by Dilley's there, Timothy, that one is worse. That one is worse, Timothy. Because, you know, you have the bus stand there, and you have the volume of traffic coming there, and you cannot keep to the left. Everybody have to go to the right and then swing to the left. And by the time you get there, you know how quick these lights just change on you. So the city police and the traffic department don't only put signs in front of the market. You all need to put some no parking signs there also.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. I'm also monitoring the NewsSpin WhatsApp group, and somebody says that, Tim, I strongly believe when APA wins, therefore will be clean. Extracted from the NewsSpin WhatsApp group. All right, we have a WhatsApp call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air. Hello.
Hey, Tim, good day. How are you doing?
I'm okay, caller. Good afternoon to you.
I know you have limited time, but Tim, I just want to say something about a particular talk show. Well, talk shows generally, but the statements coming out of talk shows lately, especially the one hosted by an MP. Tim, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. I don't know why the persons are not complaining, why persons are playing dumb. But I cannot understand how an MP who hosts a show can have so much latitude to say so many things, even obscene things, and nobody is saying anything about it. And it's not today. It's about 10 years now he's doing it. What is wrong? What's wrong with people in that country, Tim? A man called you a while ago and asked you if you're a coward, Tim. I don't believe you're coward, you know. I think you're just being very careful because you have the most monitored show. I don't know why you name your show the most monitored show, you know.
It's the most
Who's
monitored.
monitoring your show,
The
Tim?
most monitored in the context that people at 12:30, between 12:30 and 2, certain individuals are there recording, they're taking notes, they're extracting clips to reproduce a little bit later. So they're all monitoring, and they have all kind of gadgets. Yeah, they have NewsSpin on Facebook, they have NewsSpin on YouTube, they have NewsSpin on Power 97.9. So they're just monitoring and monitoring and monitoring. And if they want to piss, hold on.
We shouldn't be afraid of those
Hold on.
people.
If they want to take a piss, go to the toilet, etc., they don't go at all. Not even during the commercial break. They take a break. So that's why it's the most monitored talk show.
Well, I agree with you, but I don't want to disagree at the same time. Because, Tim, back to my subject, because a lot of people will not say what I am going to say. Now, I'll not put you in any trouble. You know me, you know me better than that. That particular talk show on a Thursday night, I don't know what next will happen, but I suspect very soon we will just say expletives and cursing the whole night on that show, you know. But the man have claimed that he is not going to stop his show, despite what people say. And it looks like he has nobody controlling him. This man is uncontrollable. I have been a victim, Tim. I have been a victim. And he takes in front. Whenever things are getting hot, he would run to the studio and would remove everything evidence there is. Now, I know what I'm saying there, he might have it on his next show, but I don't care. Because I have had reasons, Tim, to send a warning to this man already, you know. Because if there is one person in St. Lucia who's not afraid of him, that's me. And should I hear him mention my name again, because he did it on so many occasions. And I don't in a 5-year period, I don't even see the man. If I see him once, I don't even see him twice. Of all the people who are political that he can take on his show, he choose two persons that incidentally are two police officers. Tim, can you believe that? Tim, you as a talk show host for so long, hosting NewsSpin. I have never heard you call somebody by name, both first name and last name, and peer that person back on that person's head for 20 years that you're hosting NewsSpin. Why should another man do it?
Well, everybody have
And
their.
why shouldn't I
Listen, caller.
respond?
Everyone have
Why
their.
shouldn't I respond?
Everyone have their style. That is the individual's approach. On this broadcast, I focus on officials in particular. Those people who are presiding over the affairs of the country. Those people whose actions can affect us in one way or the other. For example, the Prime Minister, the National Security Minister. From time to time, we make reference to the Home Affairs Minister because of the passport issue. Because for me, it's not about the personalities, but people, the office. I'm more interested in the office.
That they hold.
So those ad hominem
Yes.
attacks, I don't get involved in personal attacks. I don't. It's not in my nature, and I really can't afford to do that anyway.
Tim, but with all of women groups and the advocates and the rights people and there's a name, there's a particular one. Voice of what?
Raise your
Women's
voice. Raise your voice.
Raise your voice. Raise your voice. It looks like the voice is under the ground now. Because I heard that particular talk show host say something about him driving past a school and a young girl got on board. Did you?
No.
Something.
He did not
That's
say.
what an elected.
No, he did not say that he was driving. I don't get anything that he said that he was driving. He said, remember a particular vehicle, the brand of the vehicle, what song was playing. But
Tim.
No, I'm telling you what I heard, sir.
Let me see what I'm saying. Well, let me tell you what I heard.
Okay.
Because he asked questions in the end, and he was asking the person, does she remember the driver? And the driver wasn't that person. So he's actually telling you he was the driver.
No. That's not what I read into it. No.
That's
not what I read into it.
From you.
That's not.
I'm trying to read different. From
Your
you.
interpretation and mine, those are different interpretations. Quite different.
And I know mine is right.
Well,
I know mine is right.
Well,
Tim.
I don't know if yours is right.
I know mine is... Tim, trust me, mine is right.
I don't know.
Trust me, mine is right. I tell you, I'm not afraid of the guy.
No, but I'm going on interpretation, sir.
I'm going on evidence and what I deduce from the evidence. The man don't have to say his name. The man, based on all what he have said, everybody know he was the driver.
I don't know
that Suzuki, whatever car or Jeep he was mentioning.
I don't know that to be the case, sir.
But Tim, well, I'll send you the clip, Tim. Listen to the clip.
No, but I heard the clip. I heard
Tim,
it.
what I'm saying, I'm sure all the women's groups heard that testimony from this man. And nobody has a comment on that. Nobody will stand up to that man. The man cussed in Parliament and the man said somebody hacked the recording on the spot. Can you believe that?
So how you know he's a man?
How I know he's a man?
Yeah. What did you do? What technical?
The person I'm talking about, I saw you, is a man, Tim, and a male MP was a talk show. How many of them they have?
I'm just saying how you know that was
I'm not
the
talking about the
individual's.
speaker. The speaker turn will
I'm
come.
not saying to you. I'm asking how
His
you
turn
know
is
that was the
coming.
individual's voice, caller.
Tim, you know, I'm not even understanding what you're asking me.
Okay. We have to move on, sir.
Tim, don't be afraid, you know. I won't put you in trouble.
No, I'm not afraid.
Everything I'm saying there is a facts, you know.
It's already a minute after 2. Thank you so much for calling, sir. Appreciate your contribution. Kimani, what's happening in the chat room?
Someone says, I support you, caller. I said the same. Another comment in the chat room. I believe that caller, he was referring to himself. Someone says in the chat room, my people, tie your waist. We are in for a rough ride, and if you speak out, watch out for the insults, slander, lies, twisted batons on your head and back while you're trying to ride. Tim, can rice be grown in St. Lucia? Since the PM said eat what you grow and grow what you eat, just asking a question. Another comment, there should be a shortage of this government, period. Another comment, someone says, Tim, how will we always have grant provisions if we don't have young farmers? That's an area the government should focus on for the youth economy. Shortage of rice for 2 weeks now. I feed my dogs with chow milk. Charming. Can't believe we always have a shortage of basic food items. Someone says, but we never short of rum or alcohol. I saw Massey by the fire station had 2 bags of basmati rice for $91. And finally, someone says, tell APA to do a cleanup in Bruceville. The people will be happy.
Thank you so much, Kimani. And finally, our NewsSpin news of the day. Our NewsSpin news of the day. Colombia threatens to cut ties with Israel over war in Gaza. Colombia threatens to cut ties with Israel over war in Gaza. That's our NewsSpin news of the day, and that's a broadcast. Thank you so much for watching on YouTube as well as the NewsSpin Facebook page, and thank you for listening on Power 97.9 FM. We'll be back, God willing, tomorrow afternoon, 12:30, with another edition